Never in New York City. That's the best part about being in New York. Like, which that's what I normally call it. I call it the butt. What's up, misfits? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Ferlini. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to see all your beautiful and lovely faces today. So the question and the elephant in the room is, Ferlini, you didn't post a video yesterday after you said you were going to post consistent content on Fur every single day of 2021. And I know, I failed, guys, and I apologize sincerely. I had tried 4 different attempts to record a video for you guys yesterday, but the universe was like, nah, girlfriend, you taking a break today. You ain't doing shit. You ain't posting no content. So I was like, you know what, universe? You right. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna rejuvenate myself and come back bigger and stronger for you guys. So everyone's not perfect. I apologize. There might be days where this happens, but I love you guys. I hope you guys had all a great Sunday. I'm eating a haul right now, so that's why my cheek probably looked mad big. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I sure did. The weather's getting so beautiful outside. It's getting so nice, and I'm gonna give you guys an affirmation for today. You are enough. All right? I saw J-Lo say that every single day she wakes up and she just shares affirmations with herself, and she tells herself that she is enough, that she loves herself, and you have to think positive, and I agree with that. Sometimes when you think so much negativity, I feel like that energy, you just start dragging that shit with you. So when you start thinking positive things, good and positivity just starts coming your way, all these different opportunities. So if you guys are in a bad state right now, I hope you get out of the state you're in. I hope everything that you wish for becomes true. And I hope that you guys find your purpose. And I love you guys. I love you, misfits. Now, I'm feeling a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna make myself some French toast. Then we're gonna go over New York slangs. I thought it'll be a great way for you guys to get to know me a little bit better. Also, because I use them a lot and I want you guys to understand what the fuck I'm saying, because I can't be talking to you guys and you'd be like, what is she saying? So now I can use that as a reference and be like, watch the video down below and you can see the words that I use, the terminology, so you know what I'm saying, so you don't get confused. So let's get into it. Look at this, guys. My dishwasher just finished. It finished the exact moment I said the dishwasher. I was talking shit about it. It's like it knows, guys. It's like the technology knows. Also, do you guys like my shirt? It's not my merch, but it's from Disney World. So I did an experiment with my body. Really, this is way too much information. I get a lot of headaches. So I get so many headaches. Well, I want to say I probably get the average amount of headaches. I saw the video on Instagram and they spoke about how you might be allergic to some food or you have food sensitivities, and I got curious. I'm like, oh, maybe I have this, because I started looking up food sensitivities and it starts saying how it causes headaches, you can feel nauseous, you can get all these other like side effects. So I started thinking, I'm like, maybe I'm allergic to something I didn't know that I'm allergic to. Like, am I having a severe reaction to it? Maybe it's causing something else. So maybe it is causing my headaches and causing me to break out. Because, like, you're never gonna have acne after you become an adult. Like, that shit, lies are determined, that was a lie. Because I'm still getting acne. Well, I was. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So I started to keep mental diaries of everything that I was eating. Noticed that when I had a certain item, it's when I was getting headaches and breaking out. You guys want to know what it was? Oliver knows what it was. So it was soda. I don't know if they changed like the recipe, but for some odd reason, every single time I have been drinking soda, those 2 things occurred, and I don't know why. So I have decided I'm not freaking drinking soda anymore. So yeah, coffee always stays. Cause you know what, I thought it was the coffee at first. I was like, oh, maybe I should stop drinking coffee, but it wasn't the coffee. Thank God. It was the soda. The soda was messing me up. Put you guys over here. You guys want to learn how to make breakfast? I don't know, are you interested in learning how to make French toast? Or do you guys know how to make French toast? I'm gonna tell you the quick way, because I don't want to hold the camera. It's kind of hard to vlog. So you take a bowl. Alright, you take an egg, you crack it. Can you see that? Whatever, you can't see it. There's an egg in there, I promise. You take milk. Now, I'm just making this mostly for myself. So also, guys, I stopped drinking milk, I want to say like 5 years ago. I only drink almond milk now. So I like this brand. So you put some milk in there. Just eyeball it. Eyeball everything. Then you just mix that shit in. Make sure you get lots of butter. Cinnamon as well. You get some cinnamon. Actually, I learned this after, because I never used to put the cinnamon in when I was a kid. Just put eyeball it. Let me pick up the camera. Probably gonna be eating 3 because I'm a fat ass. Take some butter, Put that shit in here. If you guys like these cooking things, I can do more of them. I prefer, I don't like to cook. You basically dip this bread into that shit you made. But I've also learned that you should do it with a spoon because you don't want to dip the whole bread in there because it gets mad soggy. Go like this. So you just go like this, wet that shit, take it a little bathy bath. Taking a hobo bath right now. But this is the bootleg Hispanic way how to make French toast. And you keep pretty much doing that shit until you're done. Once you put a little bit more butter, flip it, it should start getting like this. People are probably like, oh, Ferlini, you know how to make French toast? Ferlini loves breakfast. This is my favorite time of the day. So yes, I will make myself a banging ass breakfast for just myself. Because I love breakfast. I saw this TikTok the other day that was hilarious. Sorry if it's too loud, the fan. In the TikTok it said, what do you call the last piece of the bread? You know, like the end part? Somebody said it's called the butt. Which that's what I normally call it. I call it the butt. But someone else wrote in the comments in the TikTok, they were like, they call it the hoe because everyone touches it and nobody wants it. Yo, isn't that crazy? That's another thing you learned today, guys. Looking good. So I'll catch you guys up when I'm done. All right, guys, you ready for the finished product? Wow. Cut it in half. Oh, syrup. But first, we sippy sip. That's how you make yourself some French toast, peoples. Now I'm gonna eat this. Not because I made it, but this has to be the best French toast I've ever made in my life. I think it was because you guys. Having you guys with me while I made it gave me the inspiration I needed. You're my muse. Look how good. Like, this shit came out banging. I just finished cleaning the kitchen. Oh, what the? Oliver's been watching too much parkour. When I look outside and I see no clouds, it's a trap. Number one, huge trap. It either means one, it's windy, or it's cold, it's brick as. And I'm from New York, so brick means that it's extremely cold. Let's look up New York slang terms. We'll go through the slang terms together. I can't have you guys on the streets not knowing New York slang. Plus, if you guys ever come visit me, perfect opportunity to use the words. Bro means when you stare at someone judgmental or angry way and you look at another person for a period of too long. So New Yorkers have this thing that you never look at someone in the eyes in New York City. You don't do that. You don't do that. You walk on the street, you walk in there like you're a horse with blinders on and you're just getting through your shit, you're getting through your way, and you don't look at anybody and you don't give a fuck about nobody around you. That's the best part about being in New York. Like, no one cares whatever you're doing. Like, people just ignore you. If you want to go to a city where people just ignore you and they don't care whatever the hell you're doing, go to New York City. I promise you, you'll be ignored to the fullest because they don't care. You could be wearing a garbage bag, walking in the street, and they'll just keep on moving. People mind their own business. If you do look at someone, they're gonna give you that grill look that I said before. So they're gonna be looking you up and down, be like, what you want? Like, you wanna fight? So don't look at people. Real talk. It's a phrase to get attention of a listener and get alert to an idea of the next topic of serious matter. So like, real talk. Y'all better subscribe to my YouTube channel because if not, you missing out. So that's real talk right there. Hit that subscribe button. WAP means WAP on you. Oh, look. Or sometimes people say the bag is secure, as in like the bag, like your money, your wallet is secure, as in you got mad money. Hey kid, can I borrow some guap for tonight? Money. Oh, wow. That actually leads into the next word. And I did that by mistake. See, because I'm a real New Yorker. Mad. Now this is a word that I use a lot. So it's not like, oh, I'm mad at you. Oh, what are you doing? It's a word that's like very, could be used for, oh, that's mad cool, bro. Oh, that's mad awesome, or that's mad dope. Frontin'. Okay, so frontin' is another word that people use a lot. So frontin' is to pretend that one is better than the other when he or she actually is. Most often an effort to express or shock other people. Don't you be frontin'. We all know you don't have the cake to pay for it. So in this sentence, it says, don't be frontin'. So to pretend that person's better than you. We all know you don't have the cake to pay for it. So in this situation, they're saying, you fake ass and you have no money. So don't be lying. That's what that sentence translates into. One of my favorite ones, dead ass. I say this word all the time, dead ass. You see what I did there? Pun. It basically means when you're totally serious about something. I'm dead ass, bro. I didn't even know you were gonna do that. Yo, dead ass though. That boy is cute over there. Dead ass though. The bag is secure. Whip, an expensive or nice attractive car or vehicle. Yo, that guap is secure, man. Look at that cake is secure. Look at the whip. Look at the whip. That means the car. Look at your car. It's fancy, it's nice, it's expensive, it's luxury, it's sport, it's exotic. It's a car. That's basically what whip means. It does not mean I whip my hair back and forth. It means your whip, your car, your vehicle, your V is beautiful. Tight, used as an objective or situation that's well put together. Whoa, that outfit is tight, girl. He's still mad tight about what you said about yesterday. So he's mad tight about what you said about yesterday. Tight as in he's mad. So not like the word mad before that we said. Tight as in he's really upset what you said. And a word that I use a lot is ratchet. That's the next word. It's a word to describe a woman who has poor moral code, poor standards to regard men, lifestyle, etc. That ghetto girl thinks she's cool, but she really just ratchet. Let's just put ratchet as in the moral code of when you're not doing something you're supposed to be doing. So like for example, if my sister's drinking too much and she's acting a little crazy and a little loose, I'll be like, yo, you mad ratchet today. Like that, for example. Brick, that's the word I told you guys before. It means that it's cold outside. You crazy to be out here. Now, all New Yorkers know when someone tells you it's brick outside, that means you put on the biggest coat, the biggest outfit. Like if you're from the Bronx, you're from Washington Heights, you're gonna put those Timberlands on and you're gonna put that Yankee cap. The city is always Manhattan. It doesn't matter how many boroughs there are. Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, whatever. It doesn't matter where you live in New York, but when someone says the city, it always means Manhattan. Now, something that you probably don't know is people who are actually from New York, they never go to any of these tourist spots. Times Square, you avoid those situations at all costs. You do not go to Times Square. You do not go to the Empire State Building. You do not go to the Statue of Liberty. You do not go to Ellis Island. You don't go to any of those places. If you live in New York, you do not go to those places because you know there's gonna be a lot of tourism there. I've been a New Yorker for like my whole life. Some of the, okay, dumb. That's mad dumb. That food was dumb. That's dumb good. As in, wow, that's amazing. That food was bang. Thirsty, people say that word all the time. To look desperate of something or someone else. So when I say, yo, you mad thirsty, as in you desperate, you mad thirsty for that whip, that means you're desperate for that car. That's what the word thirsty means. All right, bodega, this is something that I actually miss from New York. So bodega basically means the grocery store. So it's like a small store, a shop. It's normally a mom and pop store. They have everything in there. You will find a bodega, one on every block. So there'll be one here, one across the street. You will always find a bodega. Kind of like the Wawa of New York. This baby version, the Wawa. That's actually perfect. Oh, sus, I love that one. Sus is funny. It's basically the shortened version of suspicious or suspect. So used to indicate that the person or thing. My neighbor is sus, bro. I don't trust him or her a bit. That's the sentence that they gave. That's a perfect example. Oh, my neighbor is sus. They're suspicious. They go outside at like 4 in the morning. They walk around the block with luggage. I don't know. That's sus. Even though some Spanish people be believing in that shit. When it's New Year's, they take their maletas, like their bags, their packing bags, and they're like, oh, their luggage, and they think that if they walk around the block dragging the bag, that it means it promotes good travel for the year. Oh, another word I use a lot, lit. Very cool, amazing, or incredible. This party is so lit. That's about it. Those are the ones that are commonly used in New York. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you gained some knowledge from this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash that subscribe button. I try to post content every single day, but of course things may happen or may not, like yesterday, and I'm so sorry once again that I did not post a video yesterday. For everybody who has helped me and has subscribed to my channel, I'm so grateful for every single one of you guys, and I can't wait till we hit 1,000. I'll see you guys later. Peace.